Hey there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Miranda and I teach artists how to create beautiful art with confidence. In today's video, I'm teaching you how to paint an easy watercolor landscape forest with pine trees. So without further ado, let's get started. So take out a mop brush or a large flat brush and load it up with some clean, clear water and disperse the water evenly over your paper. Then you're going to use the wet on wet technique. So load up your brush with some blue. In this tutorial, I'll be using Phthalo blue by the brand Sennelier. And you want to concentrate the pigment at the top of the paper and then slowly drag it down the paper. As you go down the paper towards the bottom, add more water so that the pigment gradually changes from a medium blue to a lighter blue. Do this maybe about 2 times and then let the layer dry. Once the layer has dried, you want to load up your brush, and this time you're going to use the same principles, the same technique, but you're going to use the wet on dry technique. So that means load up your brush with the blue pigment and then paint directly onto the paper. I made a little mistake here. I switched to my round 8 brush instead of still using my larger brush. So just keep that in mind that when you create the second layer, you want to just darken the pigment in the first layer, so stick to your larger brush. As you can see here, I have to use more brush strokes to even out the gradation of this layer, and when you are covering large spaces like this, it's much easier to accomplish if you're using a larger brush. But no worries, I was still able to get the color transition to be rather smooth, so it's perfectly fine if you use another brush, but just keep it in mind, a bigger brush is better for backgrounds. Next, switch to a smaller brush. I switched to a size 4 round brush here, and I'm using a combination of phthalo blue and forest green, and I'm just drawing the earth or the ground of this forest, so make sure it's uneven. Draw it across the bottom and wait for it to dry. Then, once it has dried, load up your paintbrush with some of that blue-green mixture and start by drawing a very thin line. This thin line represents the tree trunk. Then, what you're going to do is, using small little dabs, you're going to zigzag back and forth, left to right, right to left, and you're going to create these quick little dabs, these quick little movements. This will create the silhouette of the pine tree. The silhouette is kind of like a tall, thin triangle, and you want to create various heights so that the forest looks a lot more natural. Not all trees are the same height, not all trees are standing up perfectly straight, some are bent to the side. So to make your forest look more organic, vary the heights of these trees. Make sure some are tilted to the side, some are fuller, and some will be less full. When that first layer has dried, you're going to go back in, but this time you will darken the pigment, because when you are painting this second layer of trees, they're closer to the viewer. Something to keep in mind is that objects that are further in the distance appear lighter. Conversely, anything that is closer to the viewer will end up looking darker because it is closer to the viewer and easier to see. So when you come in to paint the second layer of trees, make sure that it is darker than the first layer. Then you're going to use the exact same technique as before to create another layer of trees. To make this forest look very full, you want to overlap the trees. So they're not all going to be individual and have space in between them. You want them to overlap. One tip to use is when you're painting the trees, hold your brush a little more vertically. So see here, as I'm dabbing in the paint, I'm holding the paintbrush not completely vertical, but very close. I find that it helps me paint with greater precision. So I'm adding one more tree here on the left, and I'm adding in those nice little branches, and when you are done, let the layer dry before proceeding. Alright, so when you get to the very last layer, what you're going to do is create the darkest value. So you can see here on a different piece of paper, I swatched it out just to make sure that it was dark enough. And then here, I decided to paint one big, bold, dark tree in the middle of the painting. It really doesn't matter where you place these trees. The whole point of this painting is to paint intuitively, right? So that means don't plan out where the trees will go beforehand. Use your intuition to guide you. Paint loosely, paint freely. Don't think too much about the placement or the composition. You just want to add those trees wherever you feel it makes the most sense. So trust your inner knowing, trust your intuition to paint these trees. You'll see here I'm finally adding a little bit more of the darker pigment to the bottom. And this is the time to darken the bottom because you'll make the illusion of some grass. So this texture will make it look like there's some type of grass along the forest floor. So add as many trees as you want. Here I decided to paint one more on the left side just to kind of even out the different values in this painting. And so once you have added your final trees, darken the very bottom of the forest floor and then let your painting dry. Now comes the most exciting part. All you have to do is, once the painting has dried, you peel off each piece of tape. You want to go slowly, don't just rip it off because then you might end up ripping your painting. Go slowly, peel in the opposite direction. Congratulations, I'm so proud of you. And there you have it, your painting is complete. So if you enjoyed this tutorial, then the next step is to check out this watercolor tutorial I have for you right here. It's super fun and easy. So I'll see you in the next video.